Okay, good morning. This is the Potomac Valley January Open. We're at the Colgan Aquatic Centre, getting ready to start. Starting with event 41, the girls 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. We've got 8 heats in this first event. This morning in the 11-12 session, we have got events 41 through 54. Officials are on deck, ready to go. Timers in place. Just waiting for the last few stroke and turn to turn up. Blair is on deck. If you remember, he's the chap that broke the bell and rang it early yesterday. He's not allowed to do that today. He's doing stroke and turn. So getting started sometime in the next, possibly the next minute or so. We should be ready to go.
Water run early. That's good.
Just watching the clock on the wall here.
9:45.
Okay. And we should wrap up today about 9:45, I've just been informed. The clock on the wall seems to be a few minutes ahead. It says 7:30 by the clock here. In fact, I think we're going to get started. Yes, this is heat 1 of 8. Girls 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. In lane 2 for NCAPS, Sophia Jones. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Katie Lee Cutts. Lane 4 for York, Ashley Park. Lane 5 for Arlington Aquatics, Evelyn Logston. Lane 6 for Arlington Aquatics, Cami Son. And lane 7 for Arlington Aquatics, Sophia Canny. No seed times for this heat. And coming in first is that Jones with a time of 36.35. Okay, up next, heat 2. Lane 1 for York, Valerie Caton. Lane 2 for York, Annabelle Campett. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Kathleen Foote. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Sabrina Johnson. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Emery Belda. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Lydia Moeller. Lane 7 for York, Georgia Grana. And lane 8 for Arlington Aquatics, Zoe Hopkins. Fastest seed is Sabrina Johnson with a time of 50.92. Excellent, that's Emery Belda coming in first place with a time of 43.05. A healthy 7-second drop. Okay, up next, heat 3 of 8. Looks like we've got a few scratches in that one. In lane 1, Clara Reinhardt for York. Lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Emma Sinotti. Lane 3 for Arlington Aquatics, Annika Ledford. Lane 4 for Arlington Aquatics, Gracie Breton. Lane 5 for York, Alexa Crees. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Nora Rosenberg. Lane 7 for Arlington Aquatics, Ansley Cameron. And lane 8 for York, Sasha Forcold. Coming in first there, Alexa Crees for York with a time of 41.42, 5-second draw. This is heat 4 of 8. In lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Eora Kana. Lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Sydney Robinson. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Tegan Adams. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Jocelyn Montilla. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Libby Beck. Lane 6 for Arlington, Simran Gonzalez. Lane 7 for NCAP, Aka Ransmith. And lane 8 for York, Kate Shields. Looks like Jocelyn's got that one. Oh no, I'm sorry, Libby Beck. 37.35. Libby had a seat time of 40.47. 3-second draw. This is heat 5 of 8. Lane 1, Isabella Diaz-Lewin for NCAP. Lane 2 for York, Sophia Steeling. Lane 3 for NCAP, Alina Ipachi. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Olivia Maxwell. Lane 5 for York, Kenzie Mueller. Lane 6 for Arlington, Kaylin Corbett. Lane 7 for York, Olivia Willard. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Mariah Dubois. And Olivia Maxwell has that one with a time of 35.25. Her seed was 37.14. Okay, up next, heat 6 of 8. The girls 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. Lane 1 for NCAP, Tessa Lipman. Lane 2 for York, Anjali Ramchandran. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Mara Weingart. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Anna Bielert. Lane 5 for York, Sylvie Zukowski. Lane 6 for York, Maddie Erlanger. Lane 7 for York, Abby Taylor. And lane 8 for NCAP, Alexandra Noem. And that's Anjali coming in with a time of 32.87. Our seed was 36.47. Heat 7 of 8. In lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Natalie Crowther. Lane 2 for Herndon, Hannah Kovacs. Lane 3 for York, Laura Prudius. Lane 4 for York, Madeline Roche. Lane 5 for York, Audrey Karakanian. Lane 6 for York, Elise Yasser. Lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Charlie Long. And lane 8 for NCAP, Saxon Ransmith. Audrey coming in first place there with a time of 33.72. Her seed was 33.87. This is heat 8. of 8. Switching over to the boys next. Swimming for NCAP in lane 1, Lola Fortunato. Lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Ariane Valenzuela. Lane 3 for Herndon, Berkeley Began. Lane 4 for York, Kaylin O'Hara. Lane 5 for York, Elliot Rowan. Lane 6 for York, Sydney Levine. Lane 7 for FAA, not sure who that is, Faith Sun. And lane 8 for NCAP, Kate Schreiber. Coming in first, that was Kaylin O'Hara, time of 30.36, dropping 2/100ths of a second. Here's the boys now, event 42, 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. 7 heats in this one. Swinging for Potomac Marlins in lane 3, Quinn Shepherd. For Arlington in lane 4, Isaac Gunville. And for Potomac Marlins in lane 5, Adrian Anthony. And Miles, if you're on watching, your sun is up in the next heat. No seed times for any of these swimmers. There's Quinn coming in first with a time of 42.74. Heat 2 of 7. Okay. Good morning, Miles. In lane 1 for Herndon, Elias Tidd. Lane 2 for York, Sinclair Holdwin. Lane 3 for York, Michael Silkin. Lane 4 for York, Carden Nolan. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Brenton Anderson. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, James Glover. Lane 7 for Arlington, Miles Rubenstein. And lane 8 for unaffiliated Todd Landwehr. And there is now first place Todd Landwehr, no seed time for him. Yeah, this is heat 3 of 7. Okay, in lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Matthew Jimenez. Lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Raymond Gilks. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Michael Zhang. Lane 4 for York, Aidan Nolan. Lane 5 for Arlington, Eric Rubin. Lane 6 for NCAP, Lincoln George. Lane 7 for Herndon, Harshad Peter Raj. And lane 8 for Herndon, Finn Yates. Fastest seed, Aidan Nolan with a time of 39.55. But coming in first, Michael Zhang with a time of 33.45. His seed was 40.79 seconds. He definitely had a good breakfast this morning. Up next, heat 4 of 7. Missing a swimmer on this one. In lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Chris Taylor. Lane 3 for Arlington, George Sumner. Lane 4 for York, Charles Stepanovic. Lane 5 for York, Aidan Callahan. Lane 6 for York, Tyson Miyamoto. Lane 7 for Arlington, Jacob O. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Brock McDonough. It's a close one. Callahan coming in first with a time of 33.68. His seat time was 37.29. Nice drop. It's heat 5 of 7. A little bit of noise in the stands there. Okay, lane 1 for Arlington, Malcolm Laskowski. Lane 2 for York, Bennett Kangemi. Lane 3 for York, Robert Henry. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Cal Collett. Lane 5 for NCAP, Sean Guo. Lane 6 for NCAP, Liam Bryce. Lane 7 for Arlington, Miles Wright. And lane 8 for NCAP, Noah Negri. There's Cal Collett coming in first place with 32.6. His seat time was 33.92. Heat 6 of 7. In lane 1 for NCAP, Everett Mascot. Lane 2 for Herndon, Theodore Pozo. Lane 3 for York, Desmond Spignardo. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Kalen Herron. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Ethan Sanglier. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Noah Shirabi. Lane 7 for NCAP, JT Donahue. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Tucker Copeland. Coming in first place, Kalen Herron with a time of 31.07. His seed was 32.62. So his mother will be very happy that he's dropped over a second. Lane 7 of 7. Or sorry, heat 7 of 7. Swimming in lane 1 for Arlington, Charlie Douglas. Lane 2 for York, Hunter Jenks. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Cruz Reber. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Caleb Kamet. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Quinn Zenia. Lane 6 for York, Frederick Papadopoulos. Lane 7 for York, Cole Kangemi. And lane 8 for Arlington, Tyler Hong. Coming in first with a time of 25.93, Caleb Kamet. His seed time was 25.79. Up next, we've got event 43, the girls 11-12 200-yard freestyle. There's going to be 3 heats. Girls are on the blocks. I'm missing one swimmer, so we've got for Arlington in lane 3, Kaelin Corbett, and in lane 5 for York, Ada Kiefer. It's running like clockwork this morning. I think the cobwebs were dusted off yesterday. We've got the next heat of swimmers lined up ready to go, and then the heat after that, they're against the wall. So this is going to move very quickly and efficiently this morning. at the top of your screen, you can see there's kids warming up, cooling down from their heat, or getting ready for an upcoming one. I can see results are starting to come through on Meet Mobile. If you have the Meet Mobile app, if you search the 2022 January PVS, but the January is spelled incorrectly, it's AU instead of UA. Okay, here we go. Oh, another turn. Okay, here they come up to the wall, and Corbett with a time of 2:48.15, and Kiefer 2:49.43. Here we go, heat 2 of 3. Swimming for Arlington in lane 1, Miriam Pop. Lane 2 for Arlington, Sophia Corden. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Mara Weingart. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Riley Saunders. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Emma Sinodi. Lane 6 for Arlington, Catherine Farnham. Lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Ellie Alsbach. Lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Tiffany Cruz. Fastest seed is Riley Saunders with a time of 2 minutes 40.43, sorry. Okay, here we go. Riley Saunders with a time of 2:26.35. As I said, her seed time was 2 minutes 40.30. So surely Georgia, her mum, will be very happy to see that result. And then coming in second, Pop 246, third card in 247. Now, heat 3 of 3. On the blocks, ready to go. A little wiggle on the blocks there. The starter had them stand, recompose themselves and get going, and they're off. So heat 3 of 3, the girls 11-12, 200 yard freestyle. Lane 1, swimming for Potomac Marlins, Katie Lee Cutts. Lane 2 for York, Natalie Anderson. Lane 3 for York, Madeline Roche. Lane 4 for FAA. Perhaps somebody can put in the chat who that is, or I could ask one of the officials here. Is Renee Killian. Lane 5 for York, Mackenzie Corey. Lane 6 for NCAP, Leah Shive. Lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Olivia Maxwell. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Lizzie Yang. Seeing the results come in on Meet Mobile already for the last heat, so they're pretty much up to date. If you haven't got the app, you can get it in the App Store or the Play Store. I think it's maybe $5. And then I think there's a subscription option as well, where you can get meet sheets and results for a year for not much more. Okay, and there we go. Coming in first, Corey, 2 minutes 12.25. Mackenzie Corey, good swim. She had a seat time at 2:16.43, so it's a 4-second drop. Good swim, ladies. Up next, event 44, boys 11-12, 200 yard freestyle. There are 4 heats. Miles, I just noticed your son is up again. In lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Brenton Anderson. Lane 2 for York, Jake Backrack. Lane 3 for Arlington, Cooper Krug. Lane 4 for NCAP, Ben Perschkow. Lane 5 for NCAP, Liam Bryce. Lane 6 for York, Ben Hansen. And lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Gabe Hamagian. No seat times for this one. Oh, thank you. swimmers coming in now. So that's Jake Backrack with a time of 2:31.08, closely followed by Brent Anderson, 2:37.01. Good swim, gentlemen. Heat 2 of 4, boys 11-12, 200-yard freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Savio Mosby. Lane 2 for NCAP, Dylan Riley. Lane 3 for York, Hunter Jenks. Lane 4 for Arlington, Bruce McIntyre. Lane 5 for Arlington, Roman Dobronigov. Lane 6 for York, Russell Engstrom. Lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Nolan Culligan. Lane 8 for Arlington, Charlie Douglas. Fastest seed in this heat is Bruce McIntyre for Arlington. Bruce has a seed time of 3 minutes 7.73 seconds. The next seed, Roman Dobronigov for Arlington, 3 minutes 45.15 seconds. Some of the timers getting ready now as the swimmers come in to complete their heat. So that's Russell Engstrom coming in with a time of 2:23.54, followed by Hunter Jenks with a time of 2:29.88. Then Savio Mosby for Potomac Marlins, 2:37.1. Next up, we'll have heat 3 of 4 of the boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle. Bruce McIntyre, 3:09's added a couple of seconds. And here's Roman coming in. He's going to have a healthy drop on his time. Oh, that looked about 3 minutes 30, and he had a seed of 3:45, so he's dropped 15 seconds. Good job, Roman. Okay, heat 3 of 4. Swing for York in lane 1, Carden Nolan. Lane 2 for NCAP, Jack Stickles. Lane 3 for York, Tyler Giez. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Ethan Sanglier. Lane 5 for NCAP, Sean Go. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Desmond McDonough. Lane 7 for York, Tyson Miyamoto. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Brock McDonough. All seeded swimmers. Our fastest seed in lane 4, Ethan Sanglier, with a time of 2:33.43. Ethan Sanglier for Potomac Marlins with a healthy lead there. So Ethan Sanglier with a time of 2:33.02, dropping about 41 hundredths of a second. Followed by Sean, 2:35.82, dropping 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds in a third place. Tyler, 2:39.88. Okay, heat 4 of 4. Oh. And they're off. We had almost had a false start there. The starter had called stand when I'm not sure which lane it was that fell in, but it was after she called stand, so it should be good to go. Anyway, heat 4 of boys 11-12 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1 for NCAP, Luke Marchand. Lane 2 for York, George Cocker. Lane 3 for Herndon, Aidan Travers. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Quinn Zenia. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Clark Lofert. Lane 6 for NCAP, Mitchell Robinson. Lane 7 for NCAP, Noah Negri. And lane 8 for NCAP, Simon Alfonso Frank. Okay, Quinzenia coming in there at 2:12.53. In second place, we've got Robinson 2:14.02, and third Cocker with 2:14.36. Event 45, girls 11-12, 100 yards breaststroke. Heat 1. Looks like we've got one scratch. Just waiting for officials to get into place. In lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Katie Lee Cuts. Lane 3 for Arlington, Kaylin Corbett. Lane 4 for NCAP, Alina Apache. Lane 5 for Arlington, Zoe Hopkins. And lane 6 for Arlington, Lucy Skogna. That's Katie Lee Cuts coming in with a time of 1:34.34. Skogna in second, and Apache on 1:44.53 in third place. There was no seed times for this heat. Heat 2 of 6. Girls 11-12, 100 yard breaststroke. In lane 1 for NCAP, Lola Fortunato. Lane 2 for York, Ada Kiefer. Lane 3 for Arlington, Sunshine Smith. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, McKenna Witt. Lane 5 for York, Annabelle Campette. Lane 6 for York, Celia Bailey. Lane 7 for NCAP, Sophie Lim. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Nora Rosenberg. 2 seed times in this one, McKenna Witt with a time of 2 minutes 4.55 seconds, and Annabelle Campette with a seed time of 2 minutes 34.08 seconds. Sophie Lim with a time of 1:21.72, followed by Lola Fortunato with 1:25.85. And in third, Celia Bailey with a time of 1:37.48. Both are seated swimmers, dropping some time there. Annabelle Campet dropping over 30 seconds. Heat 3 of 6. All seated swimmers in this heat. In lane 1 for NCAP, Alexandra Noam. Lane 2 for Arlington, Sophia Cordon. Lane 3 for York, Olivia Willard. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Adie Dunlap. Lane 5 for Potomac Marlins, Chloe Moore. Lane 6 for Arlington, Evelyn Logston. Lane 7 for Potomac Marlins, Lizzie Yang. And lane 8 for Arlington, Ansley Cameron. Lizzie Yang, the time of 1:32.02, followed by Adie Dunlap, 1:32.78, and in third to Evelyn Logston, 1:38.56. Okay, here we go, heat 4 of 6. In lane 1 for Potomac Marlins, Sarah Shotlander. Lane 2 for York, Amaya Rosa. Lane 3 for NCAP, Shyla Norris. Lane 4 for Jocelyn Montilla. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Jocelyn Montilla. Lane 5 for NCAP, Sophia Jones. Lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Charlie Long. Lane 7 for York, Ashley Park. And lane 8 for York, Keegan Clark. Shyla Norris with a time of 1:27.93. Her seed was 1:33.86. In second, Ashley Park. And in third, Jocelyn Montilla. Here we go, heat 5 of 6. The girls' 100-yard breaststroke. Swimming for Potomac Marlins. In lane 1, Emery Belda. Lane 2 for Potomac Marlins, Layla Gaines. Lane 3 for Potomac Marlins, Ariana Valenzuela. Lane 4 for NCAP, Quinn Mueller. Lane 5 for York, Sylvie Zukowski. Lane 6 for York, Kenzie Mueller. Lane 7 for York, Karis Campbell. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Inara Hassan. That's Quinn Mueller coming in with a time of 1:23.15. And in second, Anara Hassan with a time of 1:28.79. And third, Gaines, Layla Gaines, 1:29.09. All ladies dropping 2 or 3 seconds. This is heat 6 of 6, 100-yard breaststroke. Swing for York in lane 1, Valerie Caton. End cap in 2, Kate Schreiber. York in 3, Audrey Garakanian. Potomac Marlins in 4, Leah Lar. York in 5, Alexa Thrash. Fairfax Area Aquatics in 6, Faith Sun. Potomac Marlins in 7, Tennyson Fitzgerald. End cap lane 8, Saxon Rand Smith. Our fastest seed in this race, Leah Lar, with a time of 1:15.16. Actually, see, she's not in this one. So our fastest is Alexa Thrash in lane 5 with a seed time of 1:17.2. Says Alexa Thrash with a time of 1:17.08, dropping 12/100ths of a second, followed by Faith Sun, 1:19.56, and Audrey, oh no, I missed her time. Okay, this is event 46, boys 11-12, 100-yard breaststroke, 4 heats in this one. Brenton, wave to your dad. Wave to your dad. Oh, you can't see you now. You're off camera. So in lane 2 for Arlington, Jacob O. Lane 3 for York, Michael Silken. For Arlington in 4, Eric Rubin. Lane 5 for Arlington, Cooper Krug. And lane 6 for Potomac Marlins, Matthew Jimenez. No seed times in this one. And Miles, if you're still on the feed, your son's in the next heat. I see a DQ slip. I don't know if that's for this heat or for the previous one. There we go. Coming in first for this heat, Jacob O with a time of 1:32.78. Eric Rubin with a time 1:52.11, and then Matthew, it was a soft touch, so no time for Matthew. It'll come up on Meet Mobile shortly. This is heat 2 of 4 for the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1 for Arlington, Miles Rubenstein. Lane 2 for Arlington, Roman Dobronogov. Lane 3 for York, Carden Nolan. Lane 4 for Potomac Marlins, Brenton Anderson. Lane 5 for NCAP, Griffin Weisenberg. Lane 6 for York, Ryan Thompson. Lane 7 for Arlington, Isaac Gunville. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Quinn Shepard. all seeded swimmers in this event. Our fastest seed is Brenton Anderson with a seed time of 1:42.78. But in first, we've got Griffin Weisenberg with a time of 1:19.56. That's a very healthy 24-25 second drop. Brenton coming in next. 1:32.96, almost a 10-second drop. And in third, Quinn Shepherd, 1:39.59. Great swim, boys. This is heat 3 of 4. Swimming in lane 1 for Arlington, Bruce McIntyre. For Potomac Marlins in 2, Kaelan Herron. Potomac Marlins in 3, Arjun Balaji. NCAP in 4, Noah Negri. York in 5, Jake Backrack. York in 6, Robert Henry. Potomac Marlins in 7, James Glover. And York in 8, Sinclair Holguin. Our fastest seed, Noah Negri in lane 4, is 1:25.93. Yeah, 10-second drop, that's worth at least 5,000 V-Bucks or whatever video game your son likes to play on a Sunday afternoon. And they're coming in first. Noah Negri with a time of 1:23.56. Second, Kaelan Herron with 1:30.67. And in third, Robert Henry with a time of 1:31.54. Heat 4 of 4. Okay, heat 4 of 4 of the boys 11-12 100-yard breaststroke. For York in lane 1, Bennett Kangemi. NCAP in 2, JT Donahue. NCAP in 3, Mitchell Robinson. Potomac Marlins in 4, Cruz Reber. For York in 5, Cole Kangemi. NCAP in 6, Aiden Kim. Arlington in 7, Miles Wright. Potomac Marlins in 8, Tucker Copeland. Our fastest seed at Cruz Reber with a time of 1:19.03. Cruz Reber looks like he's got first. 1:17.71. Followed by Mitchell Robinson. 1:21.04. And Cole Kangemi in third, 1:21.35. Okay, up next, girls 11-12 100-yard backstroke. It's going to be 5 heats. No seeded swimmers in this one, or no seed times in this one. Potomac Marlins in 3, McKenna Witt. Arlington in 4, Kaylin Corbett. NCAP in 5, Kate Schreiber. Kate Schreiber coming up. She gets a time of 1:17.6. It's looking like Kaylin Corbett next for Arlington, and she's going to get a time of 1:36.07. Kate Schreiber now. One minute 52.79. Doesn't appear to be any DQ slips. It's a good sign. Heat 2 of 5. Swimming for Arlington in lane 1, Kira Yamashita. Arlington in 2, Cami Son. York in 3, Laura Prudius. Potomac Marlins in 4, Ellie Alsbach. NCAP in 5, Tessa Lipman. Arlington in 6, Abby McDonald. NCAP in 7, Sophie Lim. And York in 8, Valerie Payton. Seed time we have for Ellie Alsbach, 1:53.77. So there we have Sophie Lim with a time of 1:13.88. I think Lipman, Tessa Lipman was second, but it was a soft touch. Laura Prudius there with a 1:24.01. And Ellie Alsbach coming in with a time of 1:43.86, dropping almost 10 seconds. This is heat 3 of 5. Just seeing here results coming in on Meet Mobile now for event 46, the last event, so very much up to date and timely today. So here we are, heat 3 of 5 of the girls 11-12 100-yard backstroke. Potomac Marlins in 1, Aori Kana. York in 2, McKinley Kleinfelter. Potomac Marlins in 3, Sydney Robinson. NCAP in 4, Isabella Diaz-Lewin. York in 5, Kate Shields. NCAP in 6, Alina Epachi. 7, Potomac Marlins, Tegan Adams. Arlington in 8, Catherine Farnham. Our fastest seed, Isabella Diaz-Lewin with a 1:28.92. Seeing a DQ being handled just now. I'm not sure if it's for this heat or the previous one. The referee Eric giving nothing away. Okay, so in first, Alina with a time of 1:23.97. Second is Isabella with a time of 1:27.43, and in third, Catherine Farnham, 1:27.83. All good drops. Heat 4 of 5. Swimming for Potomac Marlins in lane 1, Jocelyn Montilla. York in 2, Sophia Staling. NCAP in 3, Alexandra Noem. Arlington in 4, Simran Gonzalez. Potomac Marlins in 5, Olivia Maxwell. Potomac Marlins in 6, Natalie Crowther. Potomac Marlins in 7, Emma Shinote. And Arlington in 8, Miriam Hawk. This is going to be a close finish on this one. Olivia Maxwell coming in with a time of 1:18.99. It's over a second drop. Second, Nom, 1:19.52. And third, Natalie Crowther with a time of 1:21.22. Here are heat 5 of 5 of the girls 11-12 100-yard backstroke. We've got for York in 1, Abby Taylor. Potomac Marlins in 2, Tennyson Fitzgerald. York in 3, Madeline Roche. NCAP in 4, Leah Shive. Herndon in 5, Hannah Kovacs. NCAP in 6, Quinn Mueller. York in 7, Natalie Anderson. And Potomac Marlins in 8, Lizzie Yang. Our fastest seed in 4, Leah Shive with a time of 1:09.01. Looks like Leah's got this one. Medley coming in with a time of 1:10.08, followed by Tennyson Fitzgerald 1:12.38, and Quinn Muller with a time of 1:13.02. And now we're on to event 48, boys 11-12, a 100-yard backstroke. There's 4 heats in this one. So in lane 3 for Arlington, Isaac Gunville. Lane 4 for Herndon, Harshad Peter Raj. And lane 5 for Arlington, Eric Rubin. No seed times for these gentlemen. Don't see any DQs being written so far, so that's another good sign. It's looking like Eric Rubin has this one. Eric with a time of 1:29.48. Harshad second, 1:33.79. And Isaac Gunville, 1:43.81. This is heat 2 of 4 of the 100-yard backstroke. So we've got a couple of scratches here in lane 1 for York Ben Hansen, lane 4 for NCAP Jack Stickles, lane 5 for Arlington Misha Rendak, lane 6 for Arlington Roman Dobronogov. Potomac Marlins in 7 and 8, so we've got Jake Stone in 7 and Arjun Balaji in 8. And we are officially halfway through the program this morning. I am on to page 3 of 4. Two swimmers with no seed times in this one, Ben Hansen and Arjun Balaji. But our fastest seed, Jack Stickles, 1:32.6. That's Misha Rendak coming in first with 1:27.86, followed by Jack Stickles with a time of 1:30.36. And then I think it was Ben Hansen with a soft touch. Oh, no, I was giving him a 1:41, but I think that was a soft touch. I see a DQ slip being written, I believe. Oh, perhaps not. They may have been clear. This is heat 3 of 4. Boys 11-12, 100-yard backstroke. Swimming for NCAP in 1, Everett Mascot. 2 for Potomac Marlins, Brock McDonough. 3 for Herndon, Theodore Pozo. 4 for Potomac Marlins, Desmond McDonough. 5 for NCAP, Ben Galdea. 6 for York, Tyler Giez. 7 for NCAP, Luke Marchand. And 8 for NCAP, Lincoln George. Our fastest seed, Desmond McDonough, in 4:121.46. That's Everett Mascot with a time of 1:13.65, followed by Theodore Pozo 1:16.09, and then Ben Galdea 1:20.82. Everett there dropping almost 15 seconds. We'll go heat 4 of 4 of the 11-12 100-yard backstroke. Lane 1 for Arlington, Malcolm Laskowski. Lane 2 for NCAP, Simon Alfonso Frank. Potomac Marlins 3, Cal Collett. Potomac Marlins 4, Caleb Cammett. Unaffiliated in 5, Todd Landwehr. NCAP in 6, Winfred Leo. York in 7, Desmond Spignardo. And 8 for Potomac Marlins, Chris Taylor. We'll see shortly if Caleb Cammett's going to give the other guys a chance, but probably not. Caleb's seed time was 56.1. Coming in with 57.01. This is Todd Landwehr, 106.1. And Winfred Liu, 110.3. He's dropped about 1.4 seconds. Up next, event 49, girls 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. There's 9 heats in this one. This is going to go fast. Arlington Aquatics in lanes 3, 4 and 5. We have Lucy Skogna, Sophia Kani, Cami Son, and in 6 for York, Ada Kiefer. No seat times. Son in first with 34.85, Kiefer second, 35.03, and here we go, on the blocks for 2 of 9. Potomac Marlins in lanes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. York in 2. Herndon in 7 and Arlington in 8. We've got Kathleen Foote in 1, Sasha Forkolb in 2, McKenna Witt in 3, Colleen Cabizman in 4, Sabrina Johnson in 5, Ellie Alsbach in 6, Aaliyah Tillman in 7, and Zoe Hopkins in 8. It's looking like Kathleen Foote with 36.1, followed by Colleen Cabizman, 38.68, and then Ellie Alsbach with a time of 40.4, 5-second drop. Heat 3 of 9. For York in 1, Maggie Doherty. Atomic Marlins in 2, Adie Dunlap. York in 3, Kate Shields. York in 4, Olivia Willard. York in 5, Erin Doherty. Lane 6, Arlington, Evelyn Logston. Lane 7 for York, Clara Reinhardt. And lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Aori Kana. Fastest seed is Olivia Willard, 37.4. She's in lane 4. That's Evelyn Logston coming in first with 35.24. Almost a 3-second drop. This is heat 4 of 9. For Marlins in 1, Sydney Robinson. Arlington in 2, Abby McDonald. Marlins in 3, Mariah Dubois. York in 4, Georgia Grana. Arlington in 5, Ansley Cameron. NCAP in 6, Aka Ransmith. Potomac Marlins in 7, Tegan Adams. And Arlington in 8, Annika Ledford. Fastest seed is between lanes 4 and 5, Georgia and Ansley with 34.98. And there is Georgia Grana coming in with a 33.63. That's over a second drop. Heat 5 of 9. For York in 1, McKinley Kleinfelter. York in 2, Amaya Rosa. Arlington in 3, Sunshine Smith. Potomac Marlins in 4, Emery Belda. Potomac Marlins in 5, Sarah Shotlander. Keegan Clark for York in 6. Annabelle Campette for York in 7. And Sylvie Zakowski in 8 for York. Our fastest seed is Emery Belda with a time of 33.84. Here she comes, 33.26. About half a second drop. Heat 6 of 9. York in 1, Celia Bailey. Arlington in 2, Simran Gonzalez. York in 3, Kenzie Mueller. Marlins in 4, Natalie Crowther. NCAP in 5, Alexandra Nome. York in 6, Ashley Park. Marlins in 7, Jocelyn Montilla. York in 8, Alexa Crees. Our fastest seed is Natalie Crowther with a 32.77. But Alexandra Nome gets it with a 32 dead. That's a 0.84 seconds improvement. This is heat 7 of 9. York in 1, Abby Taylor. NCAP in 2, Saxon Ransmith. York in 3, Karis Campbell. Marlins in 4, Charlie Long. Marlins in 5, Libby Beck. Marlins in 6, Mara Weingart. York in 7, Maddie Erlanger. And Tessa Lipman for NCAP in 8. Our fastest seed is Charlie Long with a time of 31.49. And Libby Beck got that one with a time of 32.28. This is heat 8 of 9. Swimming for York in 1, Anjali Ramchandran. York in 2, Elise Yasher. NCAP in 3, Shyla Norris. Herndon in 4, Berkeley Began. York in 5, Natalie Anderson. Marlins in 6, Inara Hassan. York in 7, Audrey Garakanian. And Marlins in 8, Anna Bielert. And we've got Anjali with 29.17. It's over a second drop. This is heat 9 of 9. They're going to go like the clappers. In 1 for Marlins, Ariane Valenzuela. York in 2, Alexa Thrash. Fairfax, Faith Sun in 3. York in 4 with Mackenzie Corey. York in 5 with Kaylin O'Hara. York in 6, Elliot Rowan. York in 7, Sydney Levine. And NCAP in 8, Quinn Mueller. Very close. Okay, we got in joint first, Corey and Son 27.38. Okay, now we're on event 50, boys 11-12, 50-yard freestyle. There are 8 heats in this event. Oh. Okay, so heat 1, apparently, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but maybe none of those swimmers are here today, or...
Climb up, climb up, climb up.
Okay, heat 2 of 8 for Marlins in lane 1, Jake Stone. York in 2, Michael Silkin. York in 3, Ryan Thompson. NCAP in 4, Lincoln George. Marlins in 5, James Glover. Herndon in 6, Finn Yates. And Marlins in 7, Hadrian Anthony. It looks like there's a couple of scratches in lanes 2 and 4. So that's Finn Yates with a time of 36.3. Almost 4-second drop. James Glover 36.56. And in third, Adrian Anthony. Okay, here we go. Heat 3 of 8. NCAP in 1, Ben Perschkow. Arlington in 2, Jacob O. Arlington in 3, Misha Rendak. Herndon in 4, Elias Tidd. NCAP in 5, Jack Stickles. Arlington in 6, Eric Rubin. York in 7, Parks Underdown. And Arlington in 8, George Sumner. Fastest seed, Elias Tidd, 33.71. Okay, that's Eric Rubin coming in with a time of 32.51. Almost a 2-second drop. And we're heat 4 of 8. For NCAP in 1, Luke Marchand. York in 2, Tyler Giez. York in 3, Aidan Callahan. NCAP in 4, Liam Bryce. Arlington in 5, Tyler Hong. Marlins in 6, Michael Zhang. Herndon in 7, Harshad Peter Raj. And York in 8, Sinclair Holguin. That's That's Michael Zhang with a time of 29.95. It's a 3-second drop. Heat 5 of 8. Marlins in 1, Savio Mosby. End cap in 2, Ben Gildea. Marlins in 3, Nolan Culligan. Marlins in 4, Desmond McDonough. York in 5, Desmond Spignardo. Marlins in 6, Gabe Hamangian. York in 7, Aidan Nolan. And Marlins in 8, Raymond Gilks. That's Nolan Gulligan with 30.3. And we're on to heat 6. York in 1, Robert Henry. Arlington in 2, Miles Wright. York in 3, Charles Stepanovic. NCAP in 4, Simon Alfonso Frank. Marlins in 5, Ethan Sanglier. NCAP in 6, Mitchell Robinson. Herndon in 7, Theodore Pozo. And Marlins in 8, Tucker Copeland. That's Mitchell Robinson in first with 28.18. And we're on to heat 7. Aidan Kim in 1 for NCAP. York in 2, Bennett Gangemi. NCAP in 3, Dylan Riley. York in 4, Cole Gangemi. 5 for York, Frederick Papadopoulos. NCAP in 6, Sean Guo. NCAP in 7, Winfred Liu. And York in 8, Hunter Jenks. And we've got Cole Kangemi with a time of 28.59. And we're on to heat 8, the last heat for this event. NCAP in 1, Griffin Weisenberg. Unaffiliated in 2, Todd Landwehr. York in 3, George Cocker. Marlins in 4, Caleb Cammett. NCAP in 5, Everett Maskett. Marlins in 6, Noah Shirabi. Marlins in 7, Clark Lofert. And Marlins in 8, Quinn Zenia. And Caleb's coming in at 24.44. Okay, we're on to event 51, girls 11-12, 100 yard IM. There's 8 heats. For Marlins in lane 2, Nora Rosenberg. Marlins in 3, Kathleen Foote. Marlins in 4, Aori Kana. York in 5, Maggie Doherty. And 6 for Arlington, Lucy Skogna. It's looking like Lucy Scogness got this one. I don't see any DQ slips, that's good. Lucy with 141.09. Aori Kana 141.30. And Kathleen Foot 145.59. Up next, heat 2 of 8. Should be 8 swimmers in this one. Okay, for Arlington in 1, Sophia Canny. Marlins in 2, Colleen Kabizman. Marlins in 3, Ellie Alsbach. Marlins in 4, Lydia Moeller. Marlins in 5, Sabrina Johnson. Arlington in 6, Evelyn Logston. York in 7, Ada Kiefer. And Marlins in 8, Mariah Dubois. And Kristen Vaughan, which swimmer are you looking out for? And I'll do a shout out for them. So there's 8 heats in this one. Then event 52, the boys, 11, 12, 100 yard IM. There's 7 heats in that. Oh, Layla Gaines, perfect. And then 53 events 53 and 54 should be relatively quick. That's the 200 yard butterfly. We've got 2 heats for the girls and only 1 heat for the boys. So there we go. In first is Evelyn Logston with a time of 1:34.84. She had no seed time. Second, we've got Colleen with a time of 1:38.73. She had no seed time either. But we're on to heat 3, 11-12, 100 yard IM. So in lane 1 for York, Erin Doherty. For Arlington in 2, Annika Ledford. Arlington in 3, Catherine Farnham. NCAP in 4, Isabella Diaz-Lewin. Arlington in 5, Kira Yamashita. Marlins in 6, Chloe Moore. Arlington in 7, Abby McDonald. And York in 8, Keegan Clark. And I see Layla Gaines is up in event 53, heat 1 of 2. So you've got, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. Oh, and she's up. Oh, I see. She's at the she's in heat 8 of 8 as well for the 100 yard IM. And first we've got Catherine Farnham with a time of 1:28.61, almost a 6-second drop. Second, we've got Isabella 1:30.5, and third, Annika with a 1:30.92, 6-second drop for her. Heat 4 of 8, 100 yard IM. Swimming for Marlins in 1, Sarah Shotlander. York in 2, Amaya Rosa. Marlins in 3, Emery Belda. Arlington in 4, Miriam Pop. Marlins in 5, Addie Dunlap. York in 6, Olivia Willard. Marlins in 7, Tiffany Cruz. And Arlington in 8, Sunshine Smith. There's Addie Dunlap with a time of 1:26.36, and followed by Emery Belda 1:27.15. Somebody's very happy in the water. They've got their best time. Heat 5 of 8. Swimming for Marlins in lane 1, Tegan Adams. End cap in 2, Alina Apache. Marlins in 3, Mara Weingart. York in 4, Karis Campbell. End cap in 5, Shyla Norris. York in 6, Elise Yasher. York in 7, Celia Bailey. And end cap in 8, Eka Ransmith. Looking like Shyla Norris. The time of 1:13.36. 12-second drop. Followed by Karis Campbell, 1:24.19. And then Elise Yasher with a time of 1:24.63. This is heat 6 of 8 now. For Marlins in 1, Emma Sinotti. York in 2, Ashley Park. Marlins in 3, Riley Saunders. York in 4, Abby Taylor. Marlins in 5, Libby Beck. Marlins in 6, Olivia Maxwell. End cap in 7, Sophia Jones. And York in 8, Alexa Crees. Riley Saunders, the first to turn for home. She has a seat time of 1:21.27. Excellent. Riley Saunders with a 1:18.25. It's a 3-second drop. Up next, heat 7 of 8. In lane 1 for Marlins, Inara Hassan. Marlins in 2, Lizzie Yang. York in 3, Anjali Ramchandran. York in 4, Sydney Levine. Marlins in 5, Ariane Valenzuela. NCAP in 6, Saxon Ransmith. York in 7, Madeline Roche. And York in 8, Laura Prudius. Looking like Anjali in lane 3. (1:14.31). She had a seed of 1:16.21. And second, Hassan, 1:15.74. And third, Levine, 1:15.92. This is heat 8. Kristen, this is your one to start cheering. Swing for NCAP in lane 1, Quinn Muller. NCAP in 2, Kate Schreiber. NCAP in 3, Sophie Lim. York in 4, Kaylin O'Hara. NCAP in 5, Lola Fortunato. Herndon in 6, Hannah Kovacs. York in 7, Audrey Garakanian. And in lane 8 for Potomac Marlins, Layla Gaines. Coming in first, Kaylin O'Hara with a time of 1:09.68. Layla Gaines getting 1:13.43 in fourth. Her seed was 1:14.84, so she's dropped almost half a second. Event 52, boys 11-12, 100-yard IM. 7 heats. 7 heats for this one. 2 swimmers. For Arlington in 4, Miles Rubenstein, and York in 5, Ben Hansen. It was a very good race. There was a lot of excitement in the crowd, a lot of cheering from the kids. Okay. We have Ben Hansen coming in with a time of 1:25.54. And then Miles Rubenstein 1:40.43. Heat 2 of 7. For Marlins in lane 1, Quinn Shepherd. Herndon in 2, Finn Yates. And yeah, I think the boys managed to get the referee wet there with that dive in. In 3 for Marlins, Nolan Culligan. Arlington in 4, Charlie Douglas. York in 5, Ryan Thompson. Marlins in 6, Hadrian Anthony. Marlins in 7, Raymond Gilks. And unaffiliated in 8, Todd Landwehr. Our fastest seed in this one is Charlie Douglas with 1:39.68. There we go. In first is Todd Landwehr, unaffiliated, with a 1:11.33. And here we go, coming in second, Nolan Culligan at 1:23.65. It's over a 20-second drop. And in third place, Quinn Shepherd, 1:30.68. Heat 3 of 7. For York, in lane 1, Ben Rodell. Marlins in 2, Brock McDonough. Arlington in 3, George Sumner. Herndon in 4, Elias Tidd. York in 5, Aidan Callahan. NCAP in 6, Lincoln George. York in 7, Parks Underdown. Arlington in 8, Bruce McIntyre. Our fastest seed, Elias Tidd, with a 1:31.48. Coming for home, looks like Elias Tidd has this one. Oh, no time coming up, must be a soft touch. So that's Aidan Callahan with a time of 1:31.27, but I think he got second. Heat 4 of 7. Swimming for York in lane 1, Tyson Miyamoto. For York in 2, Tyler Giez. Marlins in 3, Chris Taylor. York in 4, Charles Stepanovic. Marlins in 5, Desmond McDonough. Marlins in 6, Gabe Hamangian. Arlington in 7, Jacob O. York in 8, Aidan Nolan. Our fastest seed, Charles Stepanovic, 122.43. That's Desmond McDonough with a time of 120.87. Charles Stepanovic, 122.29. And Chris Taylor, 123.3. This is heat 5 of 7. Swimming for NCAP in 1, Liam Bryce. York in 2, Jake Bacharach. NCAP in 3, Dylan Riley. Marlins in 4, Kaelan Heron. Marlins in 5, Ethan Sanglier. Arlington in 6, Malcolm Laskowski. York in 7, Robert Henry. And NCAP in 8, Ben Gildia. It's looking like Kaelan Heron has this one in the bag. His seed time 118.1. Finishing at 112.68. His mother will be delighted. In second place, Malcolm Laskowski, 117.75, dropping about 3 seconds, just under 3 seconds. Oh, and we're on to heat 6. Swimming for NCAP in 1, Sean Guo. Arlington in 2, Miles Wright. York in 3, Russell Engstrom. Marlins in 4, Cal Collett. Arlington in 5, Tyler Hong. York in 6, Bennett Kangemi. York in 7, Hunter Jenks. York in 8, Frederick Papadopoulos. Our fastest seed in this one, Cal Collett, with a time of 114.4. This is going to be a close one. So that's Russell Engstrom with a time of 114.45. This is heat 7 of 7. 100-yard IM. Swimming for NCAP in 1, Aidan Kim. York in 2, Cole Kangemi. York in 3, George Cocker. Marlins in 4, Cruz Reber. NCAP in 5, Noah Negri. NCAP in 6, JT Donahue. Marlins in 7, Clark Lofert. And NCAP in 8, Winfred Liu. Our fastest seed is Cruz Reber with a 107.32. So after this we've just got 2 events left, 53, which is the 11-12 200-yard butterfly for the girls, and 54, the 200-yard butterfly for the boys. 2 heats for the girls and 1 heat for the boys. So I'd say we're about 10-15 minutes away for wrapping up this session. Looks like Cruz has this one. Cruz Reber 108.79. Hi Ann, no problem. I'm feeling a little bit better today. I've got a extra large coffee from 7-Eleven. Yesterday I didn't get my caffeine intake in time. So this is event 53, the girls 11-12 200-yard butterfly. In lane 3 for the Marlins, Layla Gaines. 4 for York, Mackenzie Corey. And 5 for Potomac Marlins, Anna Bielert. Yep, here we go, Layla. None of the ladies in this heat have any seat times. So there's Mackenzie Corey with a time of 2:46.71. And there's Anna coming in with a time of 3:06.98 and Layla 3:10.24. Good swim, ladies. This is heat 2 of 2. In lane 2 for NCAP, Leah Shive. York in 3, Elliot Rowan. Herndon in 4, Berkeley Began. Marlins in 5, Tennyson Fitzgerald. Marlins in 6, Riley Saunders. And NCAP in 7, Shyla Norris. Our fastest seed is Berkeley Began with a seed time of 2:50.21. One event with one heat after this one. So if you're in the car park and picking up, I would say most of the kids are going to start filtering out shortly. There's quite a few staying inside to cheer on their teammates, as I'm sure you can probably hear. Starting the last 50. If you're watching the feed, if you look at the right hand side, the teammates are getting very animated. Here we go. That's Berkeley Began with a time of 2:41.84. That's almost a 10-second drop. We've got Leah Shive, 2:44.17. And Shyla Norris with a 2:45.17. Riley Saunders, 2:59.75. No seed time. And here we go, event 54, boys 11-12, 200 yards butterfly. This is our final heat. Looks like we've only got 3 swimmers. So we've got Noah Shirabi in 2. Oh, let's start again. Caleb Kame for Marlins in 4. Quinn Zenya for Marlins in 5. And Griffin Weisenberg for NCAP in 6. There's the results already coming through on Meet Mobile for the last event. Volunteers are all bailing out now. Kale powering through. Caleb starting his last 50 now. Caleb's seat time is 2:16.21. And Caleb comes in with 2:14.50, dropping almost 2 seconds. No problem, Crystal. And it's looking like Quinn is going to come in second with a time of 2:31.48. And Griffin Weisenberg with a 2:33.21. Okay folks, that's us for this morning session. The 910s will be up in a little while. But, we're out of here.